We're going to take you through what we have on the table today. We have our standard Graft Pro. We have our FiberTag TightRopes, these being ones with soft buttons. We have our graft sizing tubes. We have our tenaculum, scissors, a graft, and then we have our new graft clamps. One of the downsides when you're preparing a graft is, especially on a quad tendon, you need an assistant. We've tried to eliminate the need for an assistant because you don't always have that extra person in the operating room. These are the new graft holding clamps, which eliminate the need for an assistant. You can see they look like a normal clamp. Just would come down, you can make it tight, but they have a sliding feature on the back. This hooks on and slides back and forth. What this allows you to do is pass a looped graft without pulling this out or allowing your assistant to pull it around the graft. So there's two types. This is the part we use to hold the graft, and this is a part that we use to hold the card on the graft. This one is just like a normal tenaculum, and I'm going to grab the normal tenaculum that you see. And you see this one, it has a little slot right here for the card, and you can hold your graft. And this is the one your assistant used to hold. Now we're going to eliminate your assistant and use the card here, hold the graft, and then this will be under tension to hold the graft tight while you make it. So to put this on, you go 90 degrees, hook it, and then you're hooked. You can see where the arrow is, which tells you which direction you're pulling, and you slide over, and then in that slot, you can move your suture. So we've just harvested our quad tendon graft. You have the loop suture that we used on the distal portion of the graft to pull it through the Quad Pro. And when we prepare the graft, we always want to prepare the tibial side first, and that's always the proximal portion of the graft, because this is the part of the graft that you have to tubularize, and it's the most inconsistent. So the first thing we need to do is stabilize the graft and hook it to the back part. And now we have the graft hooked nicely. I often will come back here and cut this so we keep these extra sutures out of the way. So now we'll take both posts and place them in the Graft Pro. You can see the arrows at the top here telling you which direction that the tension is going to go between these two. And now what we have to do is take this graft and put the FiberTag TightRope on. So we'll grab the tibial side, we unwind this from the card, and just like we used to use the tenaculums, we're now going to use our tenaculum clamp. And again, here it slides in. You can see it holds it perfectly. So put that in the middle, and you find your distal end of your FiberTag, and you pop it through. So just like you would a tenaculum clamp. Now we take our graft, put the distal part in, we pinch it, and slide it down. Now that we have our graft loaded onto the clamps, it can easily be transferred to the Graft Pro. Remember, you have to come in at 90-degree angle to get the clamp on. So leave a little bit of wiggle room here that you can go in, and now that we have it set, we can put tension on here, and we're ready to go. Usually when you're preparing a graft, your assistants are pulling tension on the part with the card on it. When you do that, the assistant's often across from you. So we find it easier to change the angle of your Graft Pro so it holds it like this. All right, so now we're going to put the FiberTag on the proximal end of the graft. As you know, the FiberTag has many advantages. The greatest advantage is its cyclic strength is incredible, so you don't get cyclic deformation like you do on regular sutures. Secondly, it's a much faster way of preparing the graft with less suture load. So we hold tension, and again, I don't need an assistant holding tension. I come right through, I hold my finger on the fiber tag and I pull this so it's nice and flat. Okay? Now I slide back this way, and again, many times you would have to lift this out and go underneath to pass this suture loop. We don't have to do that anymore. All we do is pull up underneath, slide over, and come out. And now this is ready to put my next suture in. So you can see it's much faster, you save time, and you don't need an assistant. So I'll show you that one more time. We pull tight, we separate, we come underneath, we use the suture to pull over, we come out, and now we're ready to do our next throw. Now we're ready to lock the FiberTag TightRope construct in place. So we come underneath, through the hole, and then we come down right next to that point. And again, you see the tension that this holds for us? So it makes it very easy for us to pull tension. Now, you could also pass from the opposite side. So if you're left-handed, it's often easier to pass from left to right. Then you can use your left hand to put the needle through the tendon. So in this case, again, you pull up and under, you slide across, you come out, and you're ready to place your last piercing. So we go through, we come down, we tubularize the graft. Now, if we want to come back, if you're ambidextrous, you can come back, go up and over, and then you don't have to slide things back and forth. And now we tie the sutures. Now, this is a very flat-lying suture. Some people like to bury the knot. I tend not to because I think it's just not very big. So we get a nice flat knot, and then we cut the end, and we're good to go. So now that we've prepared one end of the graft, you can take the tenaculum clamp off and use it to hold the other end of the graft. We secure this with the traditional alligator type clamp. Be careful that the clamp itself grabs only the card and not the sutures between the card. You don't want to damage any of the sutures, so grab the card itself. So now we're going to prepare the femoral side of the graft in a similar fashion that we did the other side. We hold tension on the fiber tag, we come down through, and we get this place nice and flat. So now that we placed the fiber tag, we have two options on how we want to pass the sutures. We can pass closest to us, like you saw on this end of the graft, or we can pass away from us. So to pass away from us, we pull under the graft, we slide the suture over, we push over, and we're ready to pass. Now, you saw one of the reasons why I don't love it this way, because it can get caught on the card. But you have personal preference, and if you choose to pass it that way, it will work on either side of the graft. And again, I'll show you one more time. So again, if we go proximal, if we go to the top part of the graft, we come in, we hold over, and we come underneath. And if you pull tension on the graft, you're able to avoid grabbing the card. So again, it works either way. It just has to do with personal preference. So now we're ready to tie. We take the needle off the graft suture, and we're going to, again, put a nice flat knot here, and this suture ties very flat, so it's not bulky at all. Again, make sure you're tying a square knot here. And then your graft is ready to put in the graft tube and place in the patient. We prepared this graft just like an assistant was helping me. Some people feel more comfortable with the graft perpendicular to them. And you can certainly do it this way because, again, you don't need an assistant holding a graft off to the side. It's, again, your personal preference.